Hey guys, Monkey here. Today to review Transformers Legacy United Origins Wheeljack. This figure has been one I've been waiting for a long time, man. Ever since the first listings came out on TFW, I think it was almost 2 year ago. Ever since the first listing came out, I've been really excited for this guy. I've been getting the Origins figures when they released in an order for a while now. Sorry, for a little while now. So yeah, this might actually have to be one of my favorites in my entire collection. Since I've had this guy for I think since 2 Sundays ago from this video's release date, which is fuck. I'm not gonna do that right now. Say I'm not doing that. But yeah, this is Orgins Wheeljack. He is very light for his alt mode. I won't lie. It does feel like very hollow, which, to be fair, makes sense. You know, Bumblebee's gonna have to fit in there, which I will show off in just a moment. The underside, a little peekaboo from Wheeljack down here. We also have his new mold for his blaster, which I do enjoy a lot. It's great. But before I get into the rest of Wheeljack here, let's talk about the lovely box that I will intend on keeping, because not only was this guy a pain in the ass to get from Target, but also just because, it's Wheeljack. He is the last Origins figure there is right now. So, we got Jazz, we got Bumblebee, So, Wheeljack being the last one, well, makes sense. But yeah, we have the side of the box with the shield pieces for his alt mode, with his blaster. Then we also have an up-close photo of his face. Back of the box, we have warnings, and down here is the warning. There's no more warnings on the box. I just noticed. 8+. Over here, Origin Wheeljack, Legacy United Transformers, the Oddball logo generations to Karatomi. Up here on the side, like usual. Then on back to the back, 40 years. 40. Did I say 4? My bad. 40 years of Transformers from 1984 to 2024. Then we also have the gimmick for Wheeljack's alt mode, along with just product shots. 32 steps. It does not feel like 32. Damn. Authentic Transformers and more Hasbro logo. Then the side art. Which reminds me, I am doing something where I save these now. I cut them out of the boxes, tape them together to the other side of the mural art, and just keep it. I did this with Evolution, and now I've done it with Legacy United. So yeah, that's been fun. And off the box out of the way, yippee! Hey, it actually stayed. But yeah, let's get into the things that Wheeljack's alt mode is and can do. When I first showed this to my grandpa, he thought it was a street cleaner, because these little things and just kind of the basic shape of it, and I can kind of see it now that I'm looking at it, but also, how? We also have this nice silver printing with the red and blue striped looking designs, which I do like, along with the green and kind of like pale blue, or like a teal, kind of. No, that's not teal. It's like more of a seafoam green kind of color right here. Then we got this forest green, I want to say. Then we have silver for the gun, which is also just painted clear plastic. So, if you want just... I'm not going to do that, though, because I do like this gun design a lot. I love it. Along with that, these spiked pieces here are also clear plastic. Jesus Christ, don't tell me I just lost that. One sec. Fuck. 1 second, I gotta grab it. There it is. Alright. As you can see, the inside of it is clear plastic. Cast or painted in silver. So yeah. Lovely. Now we just put the gun back on, and now we get his other accessory. The big old shield. the way it came in box was it was set up like this. Right, it was the other way around. So on the side of the box, it would be like against the side, made like this. So it would look kind of weird. But yeah, I just noticed. Was I? No, I'm just dumb. All right. Oh yeah, let's just pop this back off. Flip these. Wait a minute. All right. Bring these back around. And now we have these little tabs right here that go into these slot right here. And then you do that for the same side, and bam! We got that shield that we saw for, I want to say, a few seconds in the cartoon. So yeah. And now the story behind how I got this guy. I got this guy from my local Target. As everyone knows, this is a Target exclusive. You see, the thing about this guy being a Target exclusive was they were so strict when it came to getting this guy. I saw him on shelves about a week early, and I was going to get him alongside Magnus here. And the day I got Magnus was the day I was supposed to get this guy when I went to my local Target. Now you see, my local Target couldn't sell him till 31/24, which is March 31st of 2024. So I waited a while, but because of the owners of our local Target, they're religious. I mean, I don't blame them. I get it. Having the entire day off of Easter is nice. So I won't lie. That is good for those workers. But also, the day I was going to get them, they were closed. So I had to wait the next day. And then I also had to go through the entire process of saying, hey, I came here a week ago and was going to get this guy. And it was embarrassing because this woman looked me right in the eyes and just said, how old are you? I mean, I don't blame them saying, well, a 15-year-old walk into the store and say, hey, can I get this 8+ kids toy? I mean, I didn't say that. I was saying, hey, can I get this figure? But yeah, that was fun. I mean, it's bound to happen though. You collect plastic robots that turn into, admittedly, nothing vehicles. I mean, as cool as this is, it is nothing to most people in this world that don't know the whole history of Transformers. But yeah, that was fun. They say, but then their manager, or not manager, but like one of the people that did inventory recognized me from a week ago and said, "Hey, are you here for this guy?" And I said, "Yeah." And they said, "Okay, I'll sell it to you because this was the only one that they had that day." And it was in they put it back to they put it back in their inventory after, or not inventory, but some Targets have like a checkout area where you can return stuff, but also check stuff out there, and they just had it on those shelves. The person that one of the people there saw me from last week and offered to give me this or hold on to them for me there. So now that I was there, they finally gave it to me. I feel like I kind of messed that story up. Sorry, but long story. Oh my God. Long story short, it was a bitch to get this guy. It was kind of worth it though, because holy shit, I love this guy as well. I know a lot of people don't like him because of the robot mode, and maybe yeah, the robot mode is a bit kibbly. I'll talk about that later, but it's still really good. But now, size comparisons. Let me put this on though, since I kind of want this on for a moment. For our size comparisons, we got Orgins Jazz and Origins Bumblebee. As you can see, Bumblebee scales pretty well with Wheeljack. For Jazz, I never really saw his alt mode compared to Wheeljack, like in the series, so I don't know if this is fully accurate, but I do still like it a lot. I'm going to grab these two out for now. Let's bring in another companion of Wheeljack, the guy that helped create the Dinobots, Ratchet. I just noticed there's like stains on him. 1 second. Alright, got the stains off. It was like soda, I think. Apparently I may have sprayed it all a bit over here. So yeah, had to wipe that off. But yeah, the creators of the Dinobots. Along with that, we got 2 United figures I got with me since, you know, those figures are not united. So yeah, we got United Magnus. Wonderful figure. I'll do his review soon. And Megatron? Yeah. I believe this is Energon Megatron. I got him the same day I got this little goober. Yeah, let's grab these guys out and we'll get into the gimmick of this mode. This mode allows 2 wonderful things. First of all, storage for these things. For a while I was wondering where or what I could do with them, since no one can really hold them besides characters that can open their hands, just wah 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 wah. But yeah, there's these little clips on the side. They're not clips, but gaps that kind of well, yeah, I guess that is a clip. But yeah, you just plug it into the side like so, and we just plug it in right there. Then we do the same for the other side. Bop. Oh. And bop. If you don't have the shield on, these you can push these further, but when you do, it kind of like angles them outward like that, and it don't look as nice. But yeah, along with that, we can also lovely. Yeah, they're a bit finicky. But yeah, we I just love it when stuff falls off. But yeah, we just pull this panel up, pull this panel down, the door panels down. Then we get our Bumblebee here. His logo scratched off and clear plastic chipped. I'll talk about that in his video. But yeah, we fold up these side panels for him and flip them down, like so. And then you insert him into Wheeljack. If he wants to go in. Come on, there you go. It's a bit weird with it, but when you do it, trust me, it looks pretty good. Then you do that, and bam! Bumblebee and Wheeljack. And when you do that, the figure gets a lot more weight, like it feels a lot more hefty. If you pull this down, you see Bumblebee's arms in there. Yeah, and if you pull the front panel off, you can see Bumblebee in there. He's driving Wheeljack, a bit like, yeah. Let's pull these off. Pull, or not pull, but rotate the blaster so it don't go flying. Then pull Bumblebee out. There you go. I'll do his review soon as well, or at least I'm planning to. Stuff doesn't always go to plan though. Let's just fold this stuff back up, like so. And now, for our transformation. First thing, flip this straight like this, because you'll have options. Second thing, pull these out. These will go into his back. And third, remove the blaster. And now, we can actually start the real transformation of this guy. Step 1 for me is you usually want to pull the roof first. Then pull down these door pieces. Oh wait, actually, you want to flip these panels in first. Then, oh no, you never really do fold them down out. You want to fold them in. But before you push them like all in, you want to go down here, untap the chest and clip that in. Or not really clip it in, but just push. Oh, yeah, this doesn't really do anything, does it? Does it? No. Oh, yeah. I'm not sure how well that's coming over camera, but they got some little detail in there. Oh, that's nice. Oh, but yeah, we just flip that. Oh, I see. These little tabs right here and here peg into here and here. I was wondering what was making it stick in so well. I'm an idiot. But yeah, you fold out the feet and rotate them. Same with the other side. My goodness, did not mean to push those in yet. Then you want to flip around these window pieces. Same with the other side. Rotate them around, which I won't lie is actually pretty satisfying for me. I like it. Then you also just want to kind of untab the side panels a bit and bring the legs around. Now for me, there's these little tabs right here that I like to use to kind of, these pieces don't stay on very well, but you can kind of put them there, like so. Yeah, you see they don't stay, which is what I feel like was the original purpose, because I do not know what these little tabs right here do, but I feel like it was designed for this originally, so you could put it in there and then close it up. Downside though is, I'm not sure how well that's coming over, but it rattles, so yeah. But yeah, that's how you do the leg section a bit. Then you want to fold down the side panel, tab this piece in like you're supposed to, and then bring this tab and this, or no, this slot and this tab in together, like so. But when you do that, this side panel untabs, so it just depends on how you want to do it. Then you kind of want to snap that in together. If you don't do this section of the leg first, this piece right here, when you're connecting it, might be a bit of a pain, because you do want as much room as you have to snap them together, because you see, if you try to do it with this bit, it's going to be a bit more difficult. But yeah, you do the same with the other side. Just stab it together and see, that pops out again. And then, yeah, you just untab this section here. There's this little tab that plugs into this little slot right here, like so. Then you want to untap the arms and pull them apart. Flip out the hands, rotate the fist, and close up the arm panel. Kind of uses this section and this section connect together. Not too well, but good enough to where the arms aren't annoyingly fiddly. And the same goes for the other arm now. Bang. There you go. Then when you, this tab right here goes in this slot right here. Bang. Like so. Then you rotate the waist. Yippee! Then you want to kind of just bring the blaster in. You can do this whenever you want, but I like to do it before I'm done because it feels a bit more satisfying. Another step to the transformation. With that, you want to bring these two panels up, like so. And then you want to make sure this kind of wedges itself together. And you push them together to make sure it's in there as good as possible. Then this tab goes into this slot back here and connects. Oh, so much for as good as possible. And then you get these pieces, tab them in there and there. Then you take these panels right here. They tab in these little tabs right here and here. And this slot right here and here will connect into those, like so. There we go. Do the same for the other side. And bam! We have our Orgins Wheeljack. I keep taking him out of camera. Sorry. There we go. Orgins Wheeljack. For his size, he is pretty small. I'm not going to act like he isn't. For example, let's see. Who do I got in robot mode right now? Haven't transformed the other Origin figures yet. For example, we got Strong Arm compared with Wheeljack here. Oh. And if you have any of the Elita 1 Minerva or Strong Arm mold, well, the Elita 1 mold, if you have it, then you should know how this sizes. Let's say, yeah, I'm going to remove this. This makes him a bit back heavy. He doesn't really have heels, as you can see. Yeah, as you can see, he is pretty short. Actually, you know what? I'm going to transform Ratchet, because Ratchet was also a Voyager class priced figure at a deluxe class size. Alright, I got Ratchet transformed and ready for size comparison. And Ratchet is pretty freaking tall, actually. Like, if we go down just a bit. For a Voyager class, that's a deluxe class, Ratchet is tall compared to Wheeljack. And with Jazz, you can see comparisons there as well. Wheeljack is slightly taller than Jazz. Then again, with Bumblebee, who's a deluxe class, he is as up to Wheeljack's chest, and for Boulder Clash, for a core class, is almost as tall as a deluxe class. I love all these figures, but I feel like Wheeljack's pricing, like as wonderful as engineering is for what they tried to do, I also feel like his size is just not big enough for Voyager price point. Wonderful figure. I'm not going to act like he isn't. He really is a good figure for his price. But even then, I feel like they could have done a bit more with him. Yeah, let's just. This Kingdom. I'm not throwing that shit. I don't want to scratch that. But yeah, let's get into articulation. Wheeljack can look up that far, down that far. Can kind of tilt left to right. Not by much, but still something. His head can do a full 360, like so. His gun is on a peg, so, basic rotation. His arms can't go back that far due to the big-ass backpack, which pretty hollow as well. I wish they kind of did what they did with RC, where they just used like a friction joint here, where you could just pull it off if you want. Though I am happy they left it on here, because that means if someone's going to resell it, there's at least a lot lower chance of, I don't know, this entire section being gone. These might get lost, though, along with the shield piece here. These two and this might get lost for resellers if they're planning on reselling further in the future. But yeah, arms can go forward that far, or out that far, and back that far. It's a lot worse when the arm's straight down as well. Arms can go outward that far, and elbows can bend in that far, and back that far, a bit past 90. There's also a full wrist swivel, as you can see, and a waist swivel, full 360 as well. Legs can go back that far because of the kibble on the legs and back, and legs can go forward that far. If you heard that, that's my grandpa. He likes to yell. Sounds like they're having fun out there, though, so that's good. But a bit past 90 degrees. Legs bend a bit past 90 degrees as well. I just noticed I was not giving you guys a great angle. When I do this, I'm looking at it with my eyes. When I'm doing this, I'm looking through the camera. The camera's a bit grainy since it's a phone, But yeah, if you utilize the transformation joint, you can also get kind of like this. You know how cowboys had like this weird stance in some films and cartoons? I feel like that's what you get when you do this with Wheeljack. But yeah, we just clip those parts back in. Oh shit, don't want to lose that. There you go. It is still a pain to put these bits in for the legs. Fuck. There we go. And his ankle is on a ball joint, so full 360. Tilts my left, then my right. Boink, boink, bit of that. Then tilts forward a bit because there's a hinge, and if you hinge it fully forward, it also hinges back. Forward, back, the usual bits of articulation. And that's kind of it for articulation. So now we go into design cues. The head is wonderful for a Wheeljack. The blaster is great. And I just noticed my lighting is fucking with this figure, and I hate it. 1 second. Okay, that's not better. What if we try natural lights? No, that made it worse as well. Alright then, and since I don't edit my videos, this will look like shit. But yeah, the head looks wonderful for what they're doing, along with the arms, all greebled and paneled up, which I do like. The chest is wonderful, besides it looking like an entire fucking block. I must say the waist detail is actually really good too. They have this like more panel lining alongside the hips. Then we also have the thigh joints, which have a full 360 kind of detail, Along with there being along fucking god, along with there being pinned thighs, meaning that there's no hollow spacing. Downside is if your thigh swivel's loose, you will not be able to fix it. So yeah, that's a problem. I'll be back with you guys in just a moment. Alright, I'm back. Back to the details. Yeah, the legs are lovely, I must say. Besides all that fucking kibble, man. Jesus. I feel like if someone gets another copy of this Wheeljack, they are probably going to remove all the panel lining, or not panels, but like all the kibble and like the little hinge spots with an X-Acto knife. I know that would be something I would consider doing if I ever got an extra figure. I always, if I ever get extra figures, there's times where I just think about removing all the kibble on one figure, so it looks good, but also keep it accurate. I've only ever did it once, and again, it wasn't really kibble. It was more or less I wanted it to look like accurate, and that figure would be toe line. I never got an extra of this figure, but since I had Scraphook looking like a junkie on, thought why not make toe line actually look like a proper tow truck? There's still work to be done. Obviously, gotta paint the grill and stuff, but once I do that, his review will be out soon. Or not soon, but once I get that all colored in and looking good, and good enough for it to stay, then yeah, I'll do his review. But for now, that's a work in progress, Yeah, Wheeljack has a lot of kibble. For as good as the figure is, the kibble is a pretty big misstep. I won't lie. This entire backpack is just a bitch to deal with sometimes. It's wonderful, and I'm happy they were able to manage it without parts forming, mostly. But yeah, there's times where it's unbearable. The legs I don't mind as much; they at least stay together. Same with the arms, but even then the arms they untab very very easily. But yeah, I like the feet actually. It looks like the actual. Oh my god, looks like the G1 figure mostly. Let's get some shade over here. There you go. You guys can now see that detail a bit better. Same with the legs, wonderful detail. The arms, if we get more shade over here, there you go. You can see it a bit better there too. Yeah, there's some details that look really good, and there's some that don't. This is some that I mean that don't is the inside of the chest. The details are wonderful. It's just the fact that you can't really see it that well. I like the details, but it's difficult to see. Let's see. The back. The back's the back. If you've seen any other review, then you know other people's criticism of this back. I'm just going to be repeating them if I say it, so I'm not. The back sucks. That's all I'll say. Like, I understand why it's there, but it does suck. But yeah, let's place our figure down, and, I'm not going to lie. I think that's it for the figure, actually. I did size comparisons, I did articulation, talked about the figure's detail. I think I mentioned a bit about the cartoon as well. Yeah. My thoughts on the figure? Besides the backpack, everything else I like about him. He's wonderful. I like him a lot. The price is a bit much. I feel like they could have wedged his price between a Voyager and a Deluxe. I'm not sure if they've done that before, but I feel like they could have with this guy. But I still don't mind. He's a good figure. If you have a chance to get him, I do say get him. But also, if you just cannot deal with kibble, don't get him if you don't like kibble that much. Or if you have an option to get two of them, and you want one brand new, or brand new as in not modified, keep one like that. Then modify the other if that's what you wish to do. I know there's some people out there that love to do that stuff. I don't blame you. I want to do that with this guy too, but I'm not gonna. Because not only was this guy a pain to get, but he's also my first copy of a proper Wheeljack. Last one I had was the Earthrise one, and holy shit, he got turned into an egg. My little sister got a hold of one of my knives, not my knives, but one of my X-Acto knives, and shaved this guy's like ear bits, the little mohawk looking things here, and made his head look like an egg. He looked like an egg for a while. That's all I'll say, and he still does, which is also why I unfortunately had to throw him away, which sucked. But yeah, that is Orgins Wheeljack in today's review. If you guys enjoyed it, like, subscribe, check out my other videos if you want. Again, you don't have to. You do your own thing. But yeah, support would be appreciated if you do. If you did, I stutter a lot now. Damn. If you did enjoy the video. But yeah, I'm gonna cut it off now. See you monkeys. Damn. See you monkeys in the next video. Bye.